Hello and welcome to Challenger Virtual Season 5 Round 6 for Istanbul and the Turkish C-Prix. We're going here to Istanbul Park, but first, while the pre-qualifying commences, let's take a look at the Drivers and Constructors Championships. We have Priya leading in the Drivers' Championship with 51 points. Behind her, it is Senior Papi in the rival team of Pappy Pops with 47 points, Iceberg in third with 44, Gwetzley in fourth with 41, then it's Kader and Shiloh, the two RBRs, locking out fifth and sixth, then we have Fast Juicer, then Stefano, Juan, Julo, Vaporeon, Totsot, Charge AT, Butterlord, down in 14th, and Suicide down in 15th, Nandi, Kraft, Amor, Enigma, and Corvid. All 20 drivers have scored points at least once. And let's take a look at the Constructors Championship. Acer Audi have a big lead of 25 points over RBR, and RBR have used all of their tokens already, so it is an even bigger lead of 29 points over Pappy Pops, their closest rival. Matessa at fourth with 54 points, then it's Dan and Flo just a point behind them, then it's Hurricane, Polish NRT, they're both tied, Hurricane in sixth on Campback, Nuri Racing Team currently just 2 points ahead of relegation, Team Alpha Prime and Motor Evid in the relegation spots. So that was a look back at the championships. Let's also take a look at the car stats. We've got speed upgrades from Pappy Pops and Acer Audi, as well as KRT, who get a speed and a grip upgrade. The same with Dan and Flo, and Motor Evid get a single speed upgrade. HRT get a single Excel, and Matessa get a double grip upgrade. Polish National Racing Team Orlen do not submit their upgrades in on time, do not upgrade anything. We have Acer Audi on the best car on the grid, then Pappy Pops, then Matessa, followed by Dan and Flo, then it's Polish NRT, then it's KRT, Motor Evid and RBR tied after that, then it's HRT and Team Alpha Prime with the worst car on the grid. So then, let's get into qualifying, I believe. Here we go, 3 minutes, no tire wear, no rain, boost every single lap. Who will start on pole position? Fast Juicer with a quick start, but it is lap 1. Let's take a look at the token spends. Well, it is still lap 1, of course. 3 tokens being spent by Suicide, Fast Juicer, and Amor. And Kraft. Only 4 drivers spending 3 tokens in today's race. A lot of 2 token spenders in the form of Charge AT, Corvid, Nandi, Enigma, Totsod, and Stefano as they cross the line for the first time, and it's Julo currently on provisional pole, tokenless, so it must have been a great start for him. 1 token being spent by Priya, that's the only driver spending 1 token, everyone else spending none at all, so you have to think Suicide and Fast Juicer will be the main fighters for the victory here, according to the car performance index and the tokens. That seems to make the most sense. But Suicide now crosses the line. Julo is, oh my god, and Butterlord is into second. We have got Julo on provisional pole, Butterlord in second. Neither of them are spending any tokens here today. They are just going all out. Crazy qualifying for them. Where are they? Let's see. We've got Julo and Butterlord here, 7th and 8th. How many drivers do we have spending tokens here today? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 drivers. So that shouldn't be the case. Stefano heads on pole position, then it's Corvid. Amwar up into 3rd. He does have 3 tokens being spent. Senior Pappy tokenless up in 4th. Kraft and Julo still tokenless in 6th. Butterlord beating his teammate, spending 3 less tokens. Suicide and Fast Juicer are favorites, are in 8th and 9th at the moment. They're gonna have to definitely improve in this final minute, and Suicide is going fast here. He does improve up to the front row. Are we gonna see the same from Fast Juicer? Not yet. Let's follow him. along Istanbul Park. He really needs to improve here because Stefano's still on pole position. Hnandi is up into third, and Kraft, Corvid, Senior Pappy, the highest tokenless driver in this qualifying fast user. Is he bringing the heat? I can't really tell. Cross the line, he will not improve this lap. He needs to improve this next lap. Otherwise, it's looking very, very bad for him. He's down in 12th. He's still behind his teammate. But he is going fast now. He gets past Senor Pappy. We got Todd Sod on pole position, on provisional pole. He beats his teammate Stefano. They're both spending 2 tokens. Nandi is in 4th, so he's in 3rd, and is Kraft, Corvid, Senor Pappy, Amwar, and Julo. Will anyone improve here? Fast Juicer heads it on pole position. Kraft onto 2nd, but it's Fast Juicer from 12 to pole position. That is incredible. I've not seen anything like that before. Fast Juicer will start on pole. Let's take a look at the qualifying results. Here we are. It was all over the place. Stefano was on provisional pole for a while there, but it is Fast Juicer on the final lap. Both him and Kraft improved. Kraft improved first, but he was a 10th slower. Fast Juicer will start on pole position. Kraft starts in the front row. Let's put on the token spends in case you forgot. Fast Juicer with 3 tokens, so is Kraft. Dotsot and Stefano, the Danube flows, 2 tokens each, are locking out the second row here at Istanbul Park. Suicide with 3 tokens will only start in 5th. He'll have to improve in the race. Nandi spending 2 will start from 6th. Corvid spending 2 starts from 7th. Senor Pappy tokenless starts from 8th. Solid qualifying from him. Amwar 3 tokens will start from 9th position. Julo tokenless starts from 10th. With the new KRT upgrades, they seem to have really gotten up here, 6th and 10th, so solid performance for them. Charge GT spending 2 tokens will start from 11th. Bartlord tokenless starts from 12th. Enigma spending 2 tokens starts from 13th. Vaporeon tokenless starts from 14th. Which is pretty solid in the worst car on the grid. Guetzli tokenless starts 15th. Catherine Shiloh both tokenless will start 16th and 17th. Iceberg tokenless starts 18th, but Priya spending 1 token will start from 19th, and Juan tokenless will start from last from 20th. So that is your grid. That is your 20 drivers here in Istanbul Park. I believe it is 37 laps. And what a qualifying we've had. Let's hope that the race is just as entertaining as the qualifying, as we had a lot of people on pole position. We had Julo, we had Barlord on the front row even, we had Corvid up there, Suicides, then Stefano, then Todsod, Kraft, and finally Fast Juicer. So let's get straight into the race. Let's go. Here we go, 37 laps. Fast Juicer starting in the medium, so is Kraft. Todsot behind him on the softs. Corvid a bit down the pack. He's also on the softs. He squeezes his way through past Nandi. Amor also past Nandi. Corvid is past Suicide. What a fast start for him. Kraft is in the lead of the race. The Danube flow is kind of struggling behind him and Fast Juicer. But Corvid, what a start. What a start for Corvid. He's up into 3rd position already. Great start from him. Suicide in 6th. And we have Todsot, Stefano holding up the rest. He's on the hards. Corvid on the inside of Fast Juicer hits a bit too much grass. Todsot will be countering him. Also counters Fast Juicer down the inside. Hits a bit too much grass. Great defending from Fast Juicer. Does not let them through at all, but it's also helping Kraft a lot. And we're going to have light rain. So wherever you are on the grid, that is very solid for your. Amor is up into 5th. Great stuff for him. Todsod finally gets through on the inside of Fast Juicer. Now through the straight. Corvid also forcing himself through. Even Amor is through on Fast Juicer. Fast Juicer down into 5th as they get into the pits. Kraft still leads the race. Corvid with the fastest lap. Everyone is pitting onto. Enters Amor. Decides to pit onto the wet tires. Everyone else on the enters, and it's a fake rain. We're not gonna have this rain for long, but a lot of the drivers have pitted onto the enter tires. Only Amor and Charge GT are out on the wets. They will struggle a bit as a result, I think, but Corvid is through into the lead of the race. brilliant start from him, and he's past Kraft now. Amor gets past Todd Sod. Fast Juicer also closing him down. Stefano behind, going even faster. They're into the pits, but Corvin and Kraft stay out on the enter tires. Everyone else is into the pits for dry tires, and we're going to have sun soon. And the track is already dry. Corvin and Kraft are really going to struggle. Amor is out on the hards. Todd Sod as well. Fast Juicer's out on the mediums, but gets forced into the grass twice in a row. Stefano is on the softs. He'll be looking to make a fast start. Corvin and Kraft just looking to not lose as much time as possible as the Danube flows are fighting each other, and Fast Juicer here for 4th position. Fast Juicer gets past both of them as they get at odds with each other. Corvin and Kraft into the pits. Corvin is onto medium tires. Kraft onto softs. Amor through into the lead of the race. Fast Juicer up into the podium positions, but the Danube flows are behind both Kraft and Corvin. Suicide running down in 7th. Enigma down in 8th. I think he's improved actually. Great stuff from him. Nandi running in 9th at the moment. Kader tokenless 10th. Charge GT also tokenless 11th. And we're going to have another light rain. It's great news for Amor. Fast Juicer on the inside of Corvid just drives straight past him. Into the pits he goes. Stefano's in 4th, then Kraft, and Todd Sod. What will the drivers do? It's Amor on wets again. Everyone on the wets, it appears everyone is banking on it. The rain getting even heavier. But we've got Amor in the lead of the race, then Fast Juicer in 2nd. Corvin and Stefano are fighting for the final podium position, and the rain, we've not got any announcement of clouds. Fast Juicer is catching Amor now. It's all over the place, honestly. Suicide fighting Todd Sod for 6th position here. Suicide cross him, gets past him, and now he's trying to close down Kraft, but he does hit some grass. Todd Sod right up the back of him, and we're gonna have heavy rain. The AI got it spot on. Fast Juicer really trying to extend his gap now to Amor. Stefano is in 3rd, Corvin in 4th, then it's Kraft, Suicide, and Todd Sod. Enigma in 8th, Nandi in 9th. Kader fighting Priya. Priya, of course, that single token, and she gets through into 10th position. 11 drivers spending tokens. So who is the unfortunate driver spending tokens and not scoring points right now? Doesn't look like any of these. Anyways, we've got Fast Juicer in the lead of the race. Then it's Amor. Fast Juicer also with the fastest lap of 30.63. Stefano's in 3rd. Not much happened there. Suicide has gotten past Kraft for 5th position. I think that's the only thing really happening in the top 10. All the drivers have gotten more spread out. Let's get a refresher on the token spend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, it is 11 drivers spending tokens. So I wonder who's the 11th driver outside the top 10 right now that is not scoring points. Who is it? It's not Kader, not Senor Papi. Charge GT? Yeah, Charge GT spending 2 tokens. And he's down in 13th. He's struggling quite a lot. Nandi was very close to Enigma, but he's lost now both him and he's lost the position to Priya. He's running down in 10th as the track will slowly dry off. Suicide is right up the back of Corvette, and Kraft not too far behind him. Suicide on the inside of this multi-apex turn 8, and he gets through into 4th position. He's looking for his comeback. He's not had a great qualifying, even worse start. He wants that recovery. He wants that redemption. Track is drying up, still a bit wet, but the wet tires are gonna fall off now. However, no one's running on the enters, so it doesn't matter too much. Priya is looking to try and take the battle to Enigma for 8th position. She's only spending 1 token, but she is in the best car on the grid. Meanwhile, Suicide in the 2nd best car, 3 tokens, currently down in 4th. Not great for him at all. Priya looking for a move. Will it be round the outside? On the inside on the straight? Yes, and she moves through into 8th position as we've got Kraft very close behind Corvid. Will he try a move? No, he does hit a bit of grass. The wets are really struggling. The track is nearly dry and he's unable to close down. Now he tries to close down again. Suicide is meanwhile closing down on Stefano simultaneously. think he's doing a better job. He's deploying his boost, but it's not enough to go side by side with Stefano. Fast Juicers into the pits. Amor stays out on the wets. Why on earth would you do that? Amor is in the lead of the race, but he's on wet tires. The track has just dried up. Fast Juicer out on the mediums. Stefano holds back. Should have said they're both out on softs. Corvid in fifth on mediums has run away a bit from Kraft, who's also on the mediums. Todd is on the hard. Priya is into eighth. She's on the softs. Enigma on the softs. Nandi on the softs. Kader on the softs, but the bottom 10 are quite far away from the rest of the field. Amor now finally into the pits. He pits onto hards as well. Fast Juicer has passed him. Stefano's passed him. Suicide even squeezes past him into third position. Complete mistake from Amor to stay out for an extra lap. That was not the right call here. And the track is completely dry. Sunny weather conditions coming soon. Stefano and Suicide are driving like crazy in comparison to Fast Juicer's mediums, and Stefano is into the lead of the race. Fast Juicer clips the grass a bunch of times. Suicide now forces himself past him into second position as well. The softs are absolutely phenomenal. Suicide on the fastest lap of the race at 28.93. I do not remember what the qualifying lap times were like, but that does the most. Fast Juicer into third position, Amor in fourth. Then it's Corvid. Todd Sod has managed to get past Kraft on harder tires, and he's looking to get past Corvid as well. And he goes through into fifth place. Great points hold this might be for Danube Flow. Stefano is still in the lead of the race. Suicide chasing him down. Fast Juicer just trying to hold on to them, but he's not got the pace. Amor is chasing him down even on the hard tires. That's what it looks like right now. Fast Juicer has got 2 lapped cars ahead of him. Well, looking to lap him. Gets around the outside of Iceberg. And now on the straight past Guetzli. And Amor still has to deal with both of them, but he deals with both of them in just 2 turns. Meanwhile, Suicide is right up the back of Stefano here. Round the outside on the multi-apex, turn 8. Doesn't manage to pull off. Stefano holds him back. Looks on the outside of the straight. Slowed down by Butterlord, but he squeezes way past and he gets through. Oh, Stefano out of nowhere counters him, and he's in the lead of the race still. Fast Juicer still holding on to third ahead of Amor. Suicide is right behind Stefano here. Looks on the inside, is too far back to make a move. And now through the turn 8 again, he's just trying to catch Stefano here. On the outside of the straight, he pulls it off. Suicide into the lead of the race. Into the lead of the race here at Istanbul Park for the Turkish C-Prix. Stefano fails his counter. Fast Juicer has now caught up to them as the softs are starting to wear off. Suicide looking to run away from Stefano. Stefano's got 1 less token spent, but he's been performing quite well here. The top 4 pretty close together. It could go any of their directions. It all depends on the strategy, really. Fast Juicer going to profit on those mediums, and more, even more, having held on to this top 4 pack on the hards. Suicide in the lead of the race, but now Fast Juicer is closer to Stefano than Stefano is to Suicide. Fast Juicer closing down, and Stefano looks on the inside, can't make a move done yet, is still on the inside here. On the outside now, right behind Stefano on the inside of turn 8, trying to force his way through. Fast Juicer into second place. How has it been looking down the order? Priya has gotten up to 7th ahead of Kraft. Kraft must have been struggling on those medium tires. Enigma is now down into 11th as he pets, and Suicide and Stefano both pets. Fast Juicer into the lead of the race. So let's take a look at the top 10, how it is looking right now. Fast Juicer in the lead of the race on worn mediums. Amor in second on worn hards. Suicide in third on fresh softs. Todd Sod in fourth on worn hards. Stefano in fifth on fresh mediums. Corvid in sixth on very worn mediums. Kraft in seventh on very worn mediums. Priya in eighth on very fresh softs. Nandi in ninth on fresh softs. Senor Papi in 10th on worn mediums. And then we have Enigma in 11th on very fresh hards, and Charge GT right behind on worn hards. But Fast Juicer is still in the lead of the race. Suicide on the outside of turn 8. What a brilliant move that is to overtake Amor before Amor, of course, pits. Stefano, however, has found himself in some traffic and is not on the softs. He's on the mediums, and he's really struggling now. Corvid on the inside of him. Fast Juicer stays out for another lap on the mediums. That is definitely going to swing the advantage over to Suicide. Corvid is into the pits. Amor still staying out on the worn hards. Those hards still have a bit of life left in them. The mediums, not as much, as Suicide is already at the back of Fast Juicer, and this will really depend on what tire Fast Juicer decides to go with. I don't think he can stretch the hards 14 laps. He stays out another lap on the mediums. This is very risky strategy, very, very bad strategy. Suicide slowed down by Vaporeon. Now he has both Enigma and Vaporeon to get past before he can challenge Fast Juicer again. Gets past Vaporeon, and now he's past Enigma easily, and now Fast Juicer gets past Shiloh, so does Suicide. Suicide on a rampage, down the inside on Fast Juicer. Suicide's into the lead of the race before Fast Juicer has even pitted, and now finally he does 13 laps before the end. I don't think he'll be able to extend hards all 13 laps. He goes for another set of mediums. I think he will have to pit another time, but so will Suicide. However, he's got a massive lead up ahead. Amor still has not pitted all of his hards. Fast Juicer exits out in third ahead of Stefano on fresher mediums. I think that guarantees him at least second, but he is looking to be really struggling if he wants to challenge Suicide for that victory. Suicide in the lead of the race. Amor finally into the pits. What tire will he decide to pick? Fast Juicer, Stefano both past him. Amor is onto the softs. Interesting choice, and he might be able to catch up to Stefano and Fast Juicer quite quickly with it. He exits out ahead of Corvid, so the top four are in a league of their own this race. Corvid in fifth. Toddson in sixth, but Priya is closing down. Priya with one token is about to challenge for even sixth position. That is 8 potential points with just one token. Great stuff from Priya here today. Underrated drive at the back, tries to force herself past Todd Sod, and now she somewhat does, and there she goes on the final straight, is into 6th place. Nandi is in 8th, but he close into the pits. Kraft promoted up into 8th position. Nandi in 9th. Enigma running a race of his own in 10th. Senor Papi pretty much out of the points in 11th. But Suicide in 1st, and the only thing that is stopping him, he's got a massive gap of 8 seconds, but he does have very worn softs. Fast Juicer has very fresh mediums. Will Suicide potentially have to pit twice more in comparison to Fast Juicer's only one more pit for him? Will that be a potential outcome? Suicide is into the pits 9 laps before the end. He pits onto mediums. I think mediums can last 9 laps. Fast Juicer will have to pit again potentially. Not very sure, but Fast Juicer gets his fastest lap, his personal fastest lap at 28.97, just 400ths of a Suicide's very fast soft lap. So that is an incredible mediums lap here, and they're both on the mediums. Suicide on fresher, but Fast Juicer down the inside and further straight, and he's into the lead of the race now. So very, very interesting to see. Will either of them pit? Will that be a potential outcome here? Stefano's into the pits out of third. And yeah, really going into the traffic really made him struggle. And Amor's into third position. Stefano's down in 5th. Corvid gets past him for 4th on worn mediums. Todsalt, his teammate behind. Kraft is into the pits now. And that means Priya will be promoted back up into 7th. And looks like she has indeed pitted recently. Nandi also promoted up into 8th. Kraft exits out in 9th, but this will be his final pit stop. Enigma pits in 10th, and this will be his final pit stop as well. Also opting for mediums like Kraft. Suicide now right up the back of Fast Juicer. There's 2 blue flags alongside them. alongside them, and Suicide on the outside gets past Butterlord, gets past Fast Juicer, gets past Juan. What a move from Suicide. He really wants this victory, but Fast Juicer will not make it easy for him. Fast Juicer is into the pits 6 laps before the end. He's decided to pit. Will Suicide be doing the same? Fast Juicer is out on the softs. Will he be able to catch Suicide? Where will he come out? Corvid is into the pits, also pitting for softs. Stefano's that up into third, Todsod up into fourth, Amor up into fifth. He's recently pitted for a fresh self-soft as well. Fast Juicer is 7 seconds behind Suicide, and Suicide's mediums are still pretty fresh. Will Suicide be able to take this home? Will he also pit, or will he stay out on those mediums? It'll be very risky. I think it's better for him to pit onto fresh softs. He will still have fresher softs than Fast Juicer. Stefano in third, and Todsod Amor looking for a move on Todsod. The Fast Juicer has cut down the gap by 2 seconds. It's going to be heavy rain. It's going to be heavy rain. Fast Juicer is 5 seconds behind Suicide. This is almost a given for Suicide to reign victorious here at Istanbul in Turkey. Fast Juicer has closed it down to 4 seconds. He's down to 2 seconds. Is that... I'm not sure about that gap. I think it's about 4 or 3 seconds. But on the wet weather tires, both of them on the same tires, and it is wet, and it is 4-5 seconds behind that Fast Juicer, as he would need a miracle to catch up to Suicide now. Suicide's got it in the bag. Let's take a look down the grid. We got Stefano holding down third, but he's got Todsod and Amor behind him. Amor's plans foiled on those soft tires. Corvid down in 6th, even worse for him. Priya up in 7th. Kraft just ahead of Nandi for 8th. And Enigma in 10th, and the heavy rain is coming back. Amor has lost Stefano. He's gone past Todsod, but he's lost Stefano, and he's trying to catch back up to Stefano. Fast Juicer has caught up another second or so. No, he's lost that again. So he's still holding on about 5 seconds behind. Amor is through past Stefano into 4th position. Laps 1, and he's through into 3rd place. Got lap 36, 2 laps until the end, and Suicide really saved by the rain there. But it was an incredible race from him throughout, an incredible race from Fast Juicer as well. Stefano can't challenge Amor, but will Todsod potentially be able to challenge him? Corvid also looking to in fact catch up, gets slowed down massively by Enigma here. Suicide about to start his final lap of the race, and this is the closest gap we have. Todsod and Stefano and Amor. Suicide starts the final lap. He's still holding the fastest lap of the race as well. Amor and Stefano behind. Stefano has closed it down to half a second. Will he be able to make a move in the final lap of the race? Here goes Suicide in the meantime, about to lap Julo. Amor holding on to 3rd position, holding on. And Suicide crosses the line, wins the Turkish C-Prix. Fast Juicer will cross the line to finish in 2nd. Amazing performance from him as well. Amor holds on to the podium place. It's 3rd from him. It's 4th for Stefano and 5th for Todsod. Double points for Dan and Flo. Corvid finishes in 6th. Priya in 7th with just 1 token. Kraft finishes down in 8th. Nandi will cross the line in 9th, and Enigma, 22 seconds behind, will just manage to get the final point of the race, finishing down in 10th. What a race, what a qualifying, and what a race. Twists and turns up and down. And generally just a great race. And here goes Enigma, crosses the line in 10th. Next up will be Charge GT's just ahead of Senor Papi. He'll finish in 11th. Senor Papi will be classified in 12th. Iceberg across the line just ahead of Kader will finish in 13th. Kader finishes in 14th. Guetzley Boy will finish in 15th, just ahead of, well, actually 5 seconds ahead of Juan. He finishes 15th. Juan will finish in 16th. He might be one of the final ones across the line. Butterlord will be the final one across the line, finishing 17th. Then Julo, Vaporeon, and Shiloh, but Suicide with the 26 points has shown what Pappy Pops is all about. Fast user with another overperformance, 3 out of 3 for him in terms of overperformances, spending 3 tokens, getting as high as second, of course. No 4 token spenders, but still, Amor finally some solid points for Motor Evid, but I think they're still down in last. However, they've definitely closed down the gap to Team Alpha Prime and KRT, and will be very interesting to see who will avoid relegation, especially considering the tokenless finale. But first, we will have the Singapore C-Prix at the Marina Bay Street Circuit next week, so stay tuned for that. I've been Kubo. This was the Turkish C-Prix at Istanbul Park, round 6 of season 5 of Challenger Virtual, and I'll see you next week. See you then.